Okay, hello, my beautiful people. Sorry, it took me a minute to get going. We're at a different location than we have been previously. Just give me a little shout out in the comments to let me know that you can hear me and see me okay. There also may be cat coaches from time to time. I left the door open in spite of / in hope of that happening. So, welcome. First of all, this is our 20-minute, sorry for the shaky camera. I'm going to put it someplace else in a second. This is our 20-minute post cardio stretch. So if you're watching this later, if you'd like to pause it, run around the block a couple times, walk around the block a couple times, jump up and down in your living room a couple of times, that'll get you primed to benefit from this more. If you have not been doing cardio, that's okay too. Just go ahead and take it a little more gently. I'm assuming that your body is warm. If it's not, be a little more cautious and conservative. And that's what we got. All right, here we go. I'm going to put this back here. This is right now. Let's do this. This is Bob. He's one of our assistants today. Let's do this. This is a new situation for me. Oh, shout out to Corintha's Zoom class for requesting this stretch today. I hope you guys enjoy it. And if it goes well, we'll do another one soon. Let's see. Go like that. Let me see me here. No, we're going to go more like this. I need a crew for this. And guys, what I did do was I loaded up some music that I own so that we can have music for our stretch today. Here we go. Let's see. Shuffle. Okay. There's some nice little peaceful music. All right, so go ahead and start seated. This is a mark tape for when we do other sort of shooting in our little studio, so ignore that. Let's go ahead and take the feet out in front. Just flex your feet, toes back towards you, big toes together. I'm spinning my heels apart just a little bit. So in yoga, we talk about inner spiral, right? Inner thighs move towards each other, hamstrings move away. You can kind of rock side to side, try to get your sit bones out from underneath you a bit, and you can fold forward and kind of rock back, getting them underneath you more. Let me show you from the side what that looks like. So instead of here, I'm going to come forward, kind of do this. That gets me sitting up straighter, right? So then just inhale up, and then on your exhale, just fold forward as far as you want to go. So maybe that's hands to the thighs, maybe it's coming to the toes, maybe you're dropping lower, maybe you're just up here. That's all good. Go ahead and drop your chin to your chest, but keep trying to get longer through your spine. And we're just going to pulse wherever you are. So we'll just pulse here. Just letting the head go. You keep flexing the feet and pulling the toes back. If you can touch your toes, pull them back towards you. If not, no worries. And then maybe shift side to side a little. And we'll stay here for 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. And then slowly just roll up. Head is last to come up. Ah, nicely done. Pull your right knee in towards your chest, but sit up nice and tall. I'm going to turn to face you now. So knee as close as you can without hunching over. Sit up really good here, and then we're going to inhale our left arm up. On the exhale, take the arm out to the side, wrap it around your leg, grab, and keep your right hand behind and start to twist a little bit. But again, avoid hunching down here. Just stay tall, pull the knee in, and then again, just kind of pulse here. So twist, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Release it out over side. Right leg comes up, left leg comes in, pull the knee towards you, get the foot a reasonable distance so you can sit up nice and tall here, shoulders drop down, crown of the head lifts, inhale the right arm up, exhale out to the side, then sweep it around, grab your knee, left hand comes down, sit up as tall as you can, we're twisting over to the left here, keep flexing your right foot and anchoring your left hip down, twist and twist. Little motions here for 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Nicely done, guys. Go ahead and release. And just kind of shake your legs out a little bit. Really good. Bend your knees. Take your feet flat. Turn this down a bit so you can see my feet. That's where they're going to go. And take your hands behind you, and then we're going to keep the feet where they are and slowly shift the knees over to one side And then come back to center and over to the other side. Good. Trying to get the top knee down to the floor if possible. Come back up. Now toe heel your feet out a little bit wider. Toe still points forward. Take it over. Maybe tap the left knee down and tap the right knee down. And two more. Another side. Really nice, you guys. Now take the left leg out again. This time we're going to bring the right knee into the chest, but turn the knee out. Sole of the right foot is as close to the hip socket as you can get it, but don't turn the knee out. Don't turn the hip out, rather. So the knee's pointing out, but the hips are facing forward. So again, maybe you can rock and just kind of pull that left hip forward. Left foot is flexing. There's my foot. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, forward fold again, just as we did with two straight legs. Just take it down wherever it feels good to you. Keep trying to rock the sit bones back behind you. Fold forward a little bit more. Maybe you grab your toes here, maybe not. Drop your head down. We're just going to pulse here for 8. So just little lift and lower. And 7, 6, and 5, 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Really good. Inhale, come up. And then switch over other side. Right leg comes out. Left leg comes in. Turn the knee out. Bring the foot in a reasonable distance. Scoot the hips back, especially the right hip, right? Inhale up. And exhale, take it forward, slowly, slowly, wherever the hands want to go. Maybe you're up here on your thigh. All good, right? Find your stretching point, and we're going to pulse here. For 8, and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly roll it up. Oh, nicely done. Shake it out, shake it out. Bring the feet together. Sole the feet together. Do not pull up on your toes. No. Hands to the ankles only. Now again, we want to sit up as tall as we can. So if I bring my heels all the way in and I'm hunched over, I don't know. If I'm like this, no bueno, right? Take the feet out more so that you can sit up taller. So find a reasonable place for the feet. Just rock side to side. Get as tall as you can. That might feel good to do anyway. Shoulders rolling back. I'm going to rock over here, center myself a bit more. Beautiful. Now take your thumbs to the sole, inner arches of the soles of the feet, right? Try to open up your feet like the pages of a book, if that feels good for you. Still roll your shoulders back here. Spread your toes as wide as you can. Take an inhale. Exhale, forward fold again. That flat back as long as you can. And then when you're ready, you've found the bottom point for yourself, just drop your head down. If you want to walk your hands out in front, you can do that, not mandatory. We're going to pulse here. 8, and 7, 6, and 5, 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Walk it back up gently. Nice. We're going to cross our legs here. You have 2 excellent choices. 1, flex your feet, tuck them underneath you. 2, point your feet, stack one leg on top of another. I prefer this version myself, but whichever way works for you is great. We're going to take the right arm across here, grab above the elbow, so between the shoulder and the tricep, press down on the shoulder here. So maybe the left hand comes to the right shoulder, drop it, and just breathe and get taller and press here. Nicely done. Now sweep your right arm up and over. Reach back like you're trying to pat yourself on the shoulder, then reach up and grab the elbow with the left hand, okay? So keep patting your shoulder for a second, just plugging the shoulder down. Now you might want to pull the elbow a little further. I have really open shoulders, as you can see, so I can take the arm pretty far and it feels good. It might not feel good for you. So just keep it wherever it feels good. And we're just going to pulse here for 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. That looks crazy, doesn't it? Yeah. Take it up. When we get to the hip openers, you'll see how not flexible I am there. Now we're going to switch our feet. So if you had the right leg on top, you're going to take the left leg on top, just like if you had them crossed under, just swap them. Okay, other foot on top, symmetry in all things. Take the left arm across, reach up between the elbow and the shoulder, maybe all the way to the shoulder. Pull down here, shoulders drop, sit up nice and tall. Really good. And now we're going to sweep the left arm up and over. So the left hand comes to give you a pat on the back. You deserve it, right? Reach up and grab your elbow. And just keep patting for a second. Nicely done. Nice job, body. And then if you want to pull your elbow over further, that's good. If not, don't worry about it. This is the freeze frame I'll put to say this is an advanced stretching class. Just kidding. This is an everybody stretching class. Something for everyone. Go ahead and release it down. Nicely done. Bring your hands forward. We're just going to rock over our legs. Bring our knees together and our feet together. I want you to point your toes. Okay, so back your toes are pointed, seated on your heels. Okay. Take the arms out in front. Interlace your fingers. Palms go out, back rounds. Tuck your chin into your chest. Okay, I'm really rounding here. Let me show you this. Yeah, really round. And then just shift side to side. Drop your chin to your chest. Here we go. Good. Inhale, flip it open again. Switch your clasp. Other thumb on top. Palms go out again. Round the back, tuck your chin in. Rock side to side. Nicely done, you guys. Good. And inhale, come up. Exhale, release. Bring your hands down. I might have to adjust the camera for this one. Good. I'm going to come up to my knees. I'm going to tuck my toes. You guys can see here. Good. Take your thumbs to your tailbone, super low. Okay? It's a weird angle, I know. Elbows back, shoulders back. Roll your shoulders back, push your hips forward. Okay, so we're not going to sit back here. We're going to push those hips forward and then take the chest back a bit. So this should feel good. If it doesn't feel good, come out of it, right? You can keep your chin down. I prefer that myself. Some people like to drop their head back. That doesn't feel so good to me. And then we're going to take turns, maybe reaching down to our heels and just twisting over a little bit. Look over your shoulder. And then come on up. And then take the right hand down. Other side. Look over your right shoulder. And come up. Good. And then maybe untuck your toes and maybe try that again. Okay, if that was really challenging, keep the toes tucked under. So in essence, with the foot, with the toes pointed, we have to reach down further, right? So start with the thumbs at the tailbone again. Push it under. Shoulders back. Nice. You're done. Now maybe reach down. Left hand down all the way to the heel. Twist and look. Ooh, feels good to me. Oh, it feels good to you. Come on up. If you did the left hand, take the right down now. Look over the shoulder, a little twist. Really nice, you guys. And go ahead and release. Now, bring your knees back together. Bring your feet together. Tuck your toes. Can you guys see that? My toes are tucked under. I'm going to sit back on my heels. Tuck your tailbone under just a bit. Don't round, but also don't arch. Does that make sense? Find a middle ground. We're just going to shift side to side. So people who do a lot of cardio, myself included, a lot of times you get arch pain, ankle pain, various foot pain, maybe on the top of the feet. This is a great exercise to release through the toes. There's so many little muscles and so many bones in the feet, right? So just stretch it out a little bit. And then we're going to bring our hands forward, untuck the toes, sit back down. Okay, so your hips are going to be on your heels. Here comes Montezuma, coach number one. Did you guys see? There goes Black Lightning. All right, let's do this again. Here we go. Okay, so this one, I love this stretch a lot. Try to really lean to the side as we do this. Your toes are pointed, left hand down, right hand to the right knee. Really, really lean, guys. Open up your knee as far as you can to the side. Do you see my foot is pointed like I'm in a toe shoe? This stretches the top of the foot in a way that's difficult to get to else any other way, right? So just stay here, but the knee's got to come all the way up, right? And then bring it on down. We'll go to the other side. Right hand down, left hand to the left knee. Yeah, come up and over. Really good. Needless to say, or perhaps I should have said, perhaps I need to said, if you got your shoes off, this will be much more helpful, right? And then go ahead and bring it down. So if you're watching later, if you've gotten to this point, you still have shoes on, pause, shoes off, yeah? Good, you guys. Just shift side to side here. Now we're going to take the hands and do a little wrist stretching. So maybe you did some weight-bearing stuff with your upper body before you're doing this stretch class. So let's make fists of the hands circle. Both directions. Really good. Then turn your palms up. Take them on your thighs. Press down. Roll your shoulders back. A little bit of arch in the back. Shift side to side. Nicely done. And now let's do that same thing, but point your fingers back towards your feet. Again, the tops of the hands are on the floor. Spin your inner elbows forward. Shoulders roll back. If this is easy for you, you need more, take the hands forward. If this is excruciating, bring them back, right? This is the less strenuous version. This is the more exuberant form. Shift side. And then release. And then we're going to take the palms, put them down. Again, point the fingers back. Same situation. If this feels good to you, great. You can bend your elbows a bit. Maybe walk your hands forward a little bit. Maybe bend, bend, bend. Right, see what feels good. Keep rolling your shoulders back. And then just peel your hands off the floor. Shake them out, shake them out. Nicely done. Okay, hands forward. This is a secret. This is not my favorite stretch, but it's very important to do. Legs come out. I'm sure you've all done this before. Frog. So exciting. I have really tight hips. Doesn't feel good to me. That's why I know I need to do it. So here's the thing with frog. Two things to be aware of. This camera's kind of distorting. It looks there like my foot is behind my knee. It's actually coming straight out from my knee. So you should see something that looks like this on yourself, okay? But actually, this camera makes it look like that's not happening. In any event, the other important thing is hips are going to stay in line with the knees. So if I bring my chest out here, I can get down pretty easily, but I don't want to do that. I want to keep my hips and my knees in line. So not behind the knees, not in front of the knees. Directly in line here. Flex your feet to protect your knees. And then maybe just hang out here for a second. Right? And then maybe you can take it down to your elbows if that feels good, not mandatory. It's actually helpful to do this on a little more slippery surface, right? If you're on a sticky mat, there probably won't be much give. And as your hips open up and release, you want to be able to slide into this a little bit. You can shift side to side here. Let's do 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Let's get a little more. Get a little more. Let's wait till the end of the song. See, I want to come out of it early because I like it. Nicely done. Go ahead and release onto your belly. Take the legs out behind. I'm going to scoot back so you can see me. Okay. Take your elbows directly under your shoulders. Come forward a bit. Good. Elbows under the shoulders, palms spread wide. Your hands and your elbows are shoulder distance apart. Okay, I can't show you because there's not enough depth in this room. But you're going to press down with your hands. Pull your chest forward like you're a snake. Shoulders roll back. Pull here. Nicely done. Now we're going to release the chest down. Take your arms out wider than your hands wider than the elbows. I'm going to turn this way so you can maybe see. So about like this. Okay. So we'll put our legs down. I don't have the distance in here to show you. So press down, elbows back, lift up, and this should feel really good to your back, you guys. Shift side to side. Just kind of wind your way around. Maybe lift up and down a couple times. One more inhale. Exhale, release it down. Beautiful, beautiful. Bend your left knee, reach back, catch your ankle. Push your foot into your hand. Come up onto your right elbow, and then just keep pushing with that foot. Push, push, push. Okay? Open up, and then we're going to slowly release. Come to the other side. Right knee bends. Reach back with the right hand. Left elbow underneath the chest. Push and open up. Now release. Now we're going to do both at once. Very exciting. You can try grabbing one foot and then the other foot, or you can inhale, exhale, bend and grab. Yes? Try to bring your toes together. Try to bring your knees together. Turn around a little bit. Flex your feet. On an exhale, push like you're trying to straighten your legs. Keep your knees down on the floor. Push and lift. This is opening your back. Should be all this, right? Shoulders roll back. Breathe. Take an inhale. Exhale, release it on down. This time, point the toes. Try to bring the toes together. Try to bring the knees together. Inhale, lift everything up. If your knees want to come off the floor now, that's fine. Everything lifts up as high as you want to. Maybe you rock a little bit as you breathe, right? Inhale up. Exhale, release it on down. Nicely done. All right, just push your way up and back. And now, bring your toes together. Knees apart. Let's see what time we're at. We're almost at 20 minutes, but I talked a lot at the beginning, so I'm going to keep it going just a few more. Hello, Mandalorian. Now we have 2 coaches. So if you have to go, totally cool. If not, we're going to do 5 more minutes here. Okay? So big toes together, knees apart. Hello, Malick. Walk your hands forward. Right. You're going to inhale your right arm up. Exhale, tuck it underneath. Keep your arm in contact with your left knee. Lay down on your shoulder, but keep spider hands with these fingers right here. Press, and then almost act like you're going to turn over here. And then if you want, you can lift that left hand, sweep it around. Maybe find the hip socket on the right side. That feels good to me. It might or might not for you. And when you're ready, release. And we'll come over to the other side. Okay? So fingertips are like this. Left arm up and underneath. Move my hair first. And lay down on that left shoulder. And you can just push and just twist a little bit. And then maybe if you want to lift your right arm and take it behind, grab the hip socket of the left side and just keep twisting and opening up. And take one more inhale here. Exhale, release, and walk it up. Beautifully, you guys. Good. Now just kind of cross your feet, roll over, come to a wide straddle. Now we come to one of my favorite straddles. Feet are flexed. Right? Legs are at a reasonable distance. What do I mean by that? If you open up your legs too far and you start to hunch over, same principle, don't do that. Bring the legs in, sit up as tall as you can, nicely. Right? And then try to turn your feet out, right? Little spin out just a little bit. Take your hands to your thighs, so above the knees, and just kind of shift side to side. Just wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Nicely done. Right? And then we're going to take the arms out to the side, and we're just going to go to the right and to the left. And now go ahead and point your feet just to get as long as you can. Last one. Really good, you guys. Now take your left or your right elbow either down to your right thigh or the floor, whatever's accessible to you. Left hand's going to come up. And then eventually you're going to start reaching over your head. Now, instead of reaching down this way, can you reach this way like you're trying to spin open to the ceiling? Now again, if this is your stretch, fantastic. The goal is not to get any particular place. It's to find a place that challenges you and to hang out there. So for me, my challenge is going to be much lower, but you don't have to do that for obvious reasons. This is just for folks who do need it, of which there will be some. If this is super easy for you, you can start to roll over. You'll get a nice stretch in the left side body. Again, just for folks who need it. And then when you're ready, we'll slowly make our way back up. Twist over to the right side, inhale, up. Exhale, aim your left ear for your right shin, twist down. So again, maybe you're up high here, maybe you're dropping all the way down, maybe you can grab the outside edge of the foot, doesn't matter. Just pulse wherever you are, a little bit of rocking. And then just inhale, come on back up. Let's go to the other side. So the left elbow is going to come down either to the thigh or to the floor. You can even place it on a block if you have a block, right? Find a place that's reasonable for you and it's challenging but doable, right? Look up, palm towards the left, reach over. And again, avoid this, aim for this, looking up like you're trying to flip over onto your back. Right? And then you're just going to find a place that challenges you. Maybe that's up here, maybe it's here, maybe it's down here, different for everybody, no big deal. And there's also the flip over option if you like that. Couple you might. And then when you're ready, you're just going to come back up. Last thing. Perfect timing. We're going to start walking out in the front. I want you to shift side to side here. Maybe you're going to stay right here. Maybe this is great for your low back and your inner thighs, right? Or maybe you want to come down a little lower. Maybe not. Maybe you're one of these full to the floor people. Doesn't matter. You're just finding your stretching spot, right? So remembering that with flexibility, a lot of times people say to me, well, I can't come to your yoga class or I can't come to your aerial class because I'm not flexible. right? It's not about something that you already are and then showing off, right? It's about wherever you are showing up to progress to somewhere further, right? So if you've been to any of my classes, you know that I have super, super tight hips. Guess what? They're less tight than they used to be. Haha, because I work on it, right? So I didn't just say, oh, I have tight hips, so I'm never going to stretch my hips. I might not like to stretch my hips, but I do it, and that's how I progress, right? So apply toward anything in life, right? Stay here a couple more breaths. So it's 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good, and then just start to walk it up. We're going to do one more thing just to finish it out. Swing your legs around. If you need to shake them out, that's fine. We're going to come back onto our backs. Bring your knees into your chest. Take your arms out to the sides like wings. We're going to tuck our knees all the way up and into our left armpit. All the way up and over. Here we go. When your left knee meets the floor, if it meets the floor, reach extra with your right knee. Keep it stacked on top of the left. Now turn and look at your right hand. And then we'll inhale, come back to center. And then we'll tuck them all the way up and into the right armpit. If your right knee meets the floor, reach extra with your left knee, keep it stacked. Look at your left hand. Can you melt your left shoulder down? Some days I can, some days I cannot. No big deal either way, right? And then we'll come back to center. Okay. Knees into the chest, lift your head, wrap your arms around your shins, try to grab opposite elbow. Might or might not happen, grab one, right? Then we're gonna drop the head and see if you can drop your shoulders down and take your tailbone down towards the floor, right? Might or might not happen. Again, no big deal either way. These are just things to play with. And we're gonna inhale, lift, open your arms. We're gonna exhale, take them back, other arm on top. Drop your head, release down. Really, really good, you guys. Perfect. I gave us 25 minutes of music and the music just stopped, so that's how I made it. Roll on up. Good. And then come to your favorite seated position, legs folded under or stacked on top. Good. Take your hand to your head, pull down. Good. Other side flexes. We'll come to the other side, pull down, other side flexes. Good. Chin to the chest, elbows down, inhale up, and release. I am so proud of you guys, and I am so grateful that you gave me a reason to be here with you today. Thank you so much. Let me know if you'd like more stretching classes. For sure, leave comments. I like this. I want more of this. I didn't like that. You can skip this next time. Talk less. I'm sure you're all thinking that. More cats, less cats. Don't be shy. I super appreciate you guys, and I'm super proud of you exercising where you are, moving your bodies in whatever way for health and fun and adventure, right? Thanks so much, you guys. See you soon. I'm Mercy. I think you knew that, but just in case. Bye-bye.